Good afternoon, teacher. I am going to talk about this week's task, which is about a list of beneficial consequences about the and possible actions we can take. Uh, I am going to talk about this list and about of the beneficial consequences and possible actions that we use in classroom assessment. We use classroom assessment because we want to help bring about beneficial consequences and we want to help make good things happen for our students, ourselves, and our school, and perhaps other individuals and institutions. A beneficial consequence of using classroom language assessment is that we can see that students will become better language learners and will improve their language ability. How? By taking the action of using multiple methods. A single method is not enough to provide a complete picture of the knowledge and skills acquired by students. Thus, a teacher must use multiple methods to assess the students for their capabilities in different fields. Um, we can see that another beneficial consequence um, that we can bring about taking actions is that students will be better able to master the learning objectives of their content courses. How? By taking the action of specifying the objectives. Learning aims to calculate a certain type of skill. Any form of learning has some necessary objectives for acquiring the required skills and knowledge. Moreover, these objectives determine the effort of the learners and their contribution to the learning process that as they participate in various activities. Therefore, specifying the objectives at the beginning of an assessment test helps students identify the skills they must demonstrate. Also, it motivates them to perform better as they are aware of what they are doing. This is, of course, very logical because if we, as when I was at my high school the teacher was in the classroom and was explaining something, and then he sent us a homework that it was totally different, and we were lost. And that is something very important to take in to take importance of this of this um, of this problem, because we can't just give them talk about something and then send in a homework or about another thing, totally different the topic. And by this is very important. Another good consequence is that by revising the content of my teaching materials, I will be able to give feedback. Feedback is what helps students to move further in learning. It gives them the insights into their current performance as the areas they need to improve upon. Also, it helps teachers identify potential threats to learning and encourage the students to overcome and they can overcome their fears. Um, this another good consequence is that by improving my teaching and I can become a more effective teacher. How can I do this? By engaging the learners. Learners learners engagement is a fundamental requirement for learning because the assessment of learning produce more accurate results when the learner actively participate in the classroom. Also, participation inculcates self-confidence in students as they learn to take initiative. Here are the resources from where I got all this information. All right, teacher, this is all. Thank you.